evening. Welcome to Yemen Today's News. I'm Ali Nasser al-Khamri. The Supreme Protocol Council called on the people of Yemen to participate into a massive rally in the capital city on Monday to condemn the Saudi-led coalition's blockade of all air, sea and land ports into the country. The Supreme Protocol Council in a statement highlighted the importance of the massive demonstration due to be staged in Sana'a on Monday and asked the Yemeni people from all walks of life to take part in the event. The Council also called on the international community to meet its responsibility to help end the humanitarian crisis caused by the Saudi blockade on Yemen. The Saudi-led coalition closed all air, land and sea ports to Yemen on Monday following a missile attack against Riyadh. The blockade is likely to worsen a humanitarian crisis in Yemen that, according to the United Nations, has pushed some 7 million people to the brink of famine and left nearly 900,000 infected with cholera. Over 14,000 Yemenis, including thousands of women and children, have lost their lives in the deadly Saudi military campaign. The Saudi jets have killed at least 4 citizens in Sa'da governorate. Our correspondent confirmed that the Saudi jets have raided a citizen's house in Bani Sayyah of Razah district, resulted in killing 3 women and a man in an initial toll of victims. He pointed out that the toll is likely to rise as some of the victims are still trapped under the rubble. In Qataf district, the enemy's jets have waged 5 airstrikes on the areas of Al-Far' and Khaliqa east of the governorate, in addition to wage another heavy airstrike on the Ja'mala area of Majaz district. The Saudi warplanes have waged new attacks against the governorate of Hajjah. According to local sources, the Saudi jets have waged 6 air raids on Al-Mazraq area of Harab and other 6 raids on Midi district. Both bordering districts of Harab and Midi are under heavy attacks by the enemy's jets fighter in daily basis. The Saudi jets fighter continued its raids against Sana'a governorate. Local sources reported that the jets waged 2 air raids on Nahm district. The Saudi jets have also targeted the capital city and made 4 airstrikes on a 16th street in the middle of the city. Earlier, the Saudi jets have targeted citizens' farms in Ayal Muhammad area in the same district and made 4 airstrikes on Dabwa of Salhan district, in addition to target several areas north of the main city with series of raids. The Saudi jets also made new attacks against Taiz governorate. Based on local sources, the Saudi aggression waged 4 air raids on Al-Hamili area and South Khalid camp in Mawza district. Earlier, the Saudi warplanes carried out 4 airstrikes on Yakhtal area north of Muka coastal district. The Saudi warplanes made a wave of airstrikes against Muka and Mawza districts during the last few days, along with ground attacks by Saudi-paid militias. The Saudi-led coalition persists to starving the Yemeni people using its usual ways, represented in the unjust blockade on the Yemeni seaports and airports that prevent access to the necessary food, goods and medicines to Yemen. More in the following report.
More than 15 million persons in Yemen suffer famine and poverty, according to UNICEF organization that stated that 1 from 10 persons is threatened of death due to malnutrition and unemployment, which increased due to Saudi unjust war in Yemen, which badly affected on the living situation for many workers who stopped off work as a result of the unjust war, in addition to diseases and epidemic which kill most of Yemen's people in all governorates of Yemen. Most of the Yemeni people are affected of Saudi war that caused worsening their living situation due to shelling their private properties and depriving them of their income source, such as targeting plantations, which consider the income source for millions of Yemenis, and about 300,000 fishers can't fishing due to Saudi bombardment in their ports, and this method made them suffer much, as well as 2 million workers in the factories lost their jobs due to Saudi shelling in these factories and the acute shortage of the oil derivatives. The Saudi coalition persists to starving the Yemeni people using their usual ways, representing in the unjust blockade on the Yemeni seaports and airports, besides to preventing access to the necessary food goods and the medicine to Yemen. All these ways used this ordered coalition to oblige the Yemeni people to surrender and force them to accept the defeat, but the Yemeni people proved for the whole world that it is still steadfast despite of the difficult situation in Yemen. Despite of the imposed siege on the Yemeni seaports and airports that prevent access medicine to hospitals and worsening the living conditions for Yemeni people, we find the shameful silence from the international community and a clear collusion from the United Nations, which encouraged the Syria regime to continue its barbarism against 30 million people.
That's all today. Thanks for watching and goodbye.